Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gimme That Take, the fastest growing live golf podcast of 2023. Stick around for more takes like this.
Later on this week, we'll get our picks in and we're going to try and do a little preview show. And obviously, as we've mentioned before, we are all going to be there at Bedminster. I know Aaron's going to be there all 3 days. I'm going to be there Saturday, Sunday. Jay, when are you going to be there with us?
Saturday, Sunday. I'll be going
Saturday,
out super
Sunday.
early Saturday and be there all day.
Very cool.
It'll be awesome.
So we are very excited about it. Jay, did you play golf this week? You said you played at Trump National.
I did. I played at Trump National on Friday.
Nice.
Shot a 77, and then we had the final round, which was the rain delay. We finally got back and finished the Dutchess County Amateur on Sunday. I finished with a 76. Played really well. 3 birdies. Had a good round. So I went 81 first round, 77 the second round, 76 the third round for a total of 234. Out of 81 guys, came in 16th place. So I'm very happy with my performance.
Awesome.
It's the best I've ever ranked in the Dutchess County Amateur. So yeah, I had a good weekend.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us again here at Gimme That Take. It's Jerome, and I got Jay with me. Aaron is stuck in Atlanta?
Louisville.
I believe. Unfucking fortunate. But he, like us, got to catch a whole weekend of great golf in West Virginia. Jay, what do you think?
Unbelievable. If you weren't watching it, you missed out. Anytime you see somebody shoot a sub 60 round, it's something you won't forget. To shoot 58 first sub 60 in live history.
We're going to dig into that
for any tour.
We're going to dig into that in just a moment. But first, even though Aaron's not here, I still want to start things off by asking you a question.
Oh, God.
Are you ready for this?
Always.
If there were stats available for every aspect of your life, what one stat would you want to be able to see?
Oh my God. How many calories I've eaten in my lifetime? It's probably atrocious.
I was thinking that, and it's amazing that you said that, because when I thought of that first and I was like, no, I bet he picked something like that.
I'm sure there's better stats.
I was thinking exactly how much alcohol I've drank lifetime.
That's to see it, right? Like, right. You know how they have those old commercials of like
you check your phone and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, that's not good. But to see it live, like the alcohol thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, in the old commercials, they'd be like, oh, in a fruit roll up, here's how much sugar's in it, or cereal, right? How much sugar's in it, and they put like a jar and they show you how much sugar is in that, or a can of Coca-Cola or something. Imagine seeing on a table or in a room how much alcohol you've consumed in their bottles, like in the original bottles. I can't imagine how many bottles of Jack Daniels would be sitting in a room. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. You've thought that out. That's a good one.
I thought about it. Yeah. All right. We'll see what Aaron thinks about that. Hopefully he'll comment on the video and
the alcohol would be the way to get that. For him, nuts.
For him, it's probably
STD medication.
Yes, that would probably. How many times he's gone to the clinic?
Sorry, Aaron, but
I mean, he could check his bank statements for that, but regardless, let's talk about the star of the show tonight, Bryson Dechambeau, wrapping things up, 23 under par. Just absolutely killing it.
Blew the field away.
Like, I think only 8 times has someone finished a pro event, a pro golf event with 58. I mean,
yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was my second one that I actually watched live. The other was another probably favorite golfer of mine. I got to watch that also live, which was cool. I remember, I think Brandt Snedeker actually shot a 59. But Jim Furyk, one of my all-time favorite golfers, to see him shoot a 58 was incredible. But now to see it again, like, you did 58. You realize what you have to do, the amount of birdies, consistent birdies. You have to be on like Donkey Kong. Like, zoned, focused. How many times I've gone out and shot 2 under, 3 under the first 9 holes, and then you're 5 over on the back, and you kind of even yourself out. And it's like, to stay that hot for 18 holes with the people, with the noise, with the cameras, with the fans, it's just, we'll never know how hard that is. You can think it's hard. It's harder than that.
I completely understand that, but I also understand the other part of it that he talked about, how it was all the positive momentum that he had going forward too. You know, that positive energy that you get, just the confidence of just hole after hole, putt after putt, birdie after birdie, and just the way it adds up.
You get rolling.
You get rolling, and you get in the zone. So,
Definitely.
you know, there is that part of it too. But we won't spend too much time on that. I want to ask a question to you. I know Aaron really doesn't do this, but it was just a thought I had for us tonight. Could you talk about performances that you were pleasantly surprised by this week?
Matt Wolff.
He was at the top of my list.
I mean, Aaron and I made that bet in the beginning of the year about for a box of golf balls if Matt Wolff won an event this year. I thought mid-Saturday, I thought he had a good chance.
After his finish on Friday, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, including Bryson, could have expected anticipated what he did or projected what he did. It's a once in a lifetime thing. Mm-hmm. Even for professional golfers, if it happens multiple times, I mean, it's near impossible. So you couldn't have imagined that to happen. I thought Matt Wolff looked phenomenal. I thought his driving coming, plus he has a chip on his shoulder. You know, with what Brooks said. I mean, you know, we had that episode before, and we talked about how we all felt about that. But I mean, he had to go out and play good. He had to go out and play a good round. Mm-hmm. And I took Brooks this week. I know we'll probably get to the updated scores, but you know, he didn't perform. Matt Wolff did. Not that he didn't perform. I believe he ended 5 under par or something like that. I mean, that's still amazing 3 days of golf. But you know, Matt Wolff had to do something big. He had to prove himself, whether he stays on his team or he goes somewhere else. This was his time to show that, hey, I'm still here and I can play with the big boys. So he was definitely a guy I was pleasantly surprised, I was happy to see that he actually shot well.
Another golfer that I was happy to see his finish was Mito.
Yeah, Mito Pereira.
I think
he deserves it too. He's a good golfer.
And looking at he's stealthily now climbed up. I mean, he's 4th overall now.
Really?
I mean, from what I just checked the leaderboard.
That's not what I would have expected.
Checking the standings, players, he's now 4th with 105 points.
Stealth is an understatement. Flew under the radar. That's wild. Never would have. I would have had 100 guesses. I wouldn't have guessed that.
He had Tucson. He finished 6th. Orlando. He finished 6th. He finished 5th in Sinaloa. No,
the Spanish joint.
No, the one where they were in Asia. You know.
Yeah.
And then he finished 3rd in DC, 15th in Spain, and now he finished 2nd. He's got a lot of. He's very, very under the radar, done really well, and
top 10.
Like, we haven't really talked about him a lot, but I was very surprised to see that, and you know, obviously him playing well this week. So moving on to was there a golfer that you were kind of disappointed in their finish?
Brooks, just because
I was like,
he was my last top tier pick, right? And I took him. I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait to Bedminster and not only be able to root for somebody I love like Brooks, but to be able to really root for Brooks and just go wild, right? But I figured, let me get my lead a little bit more, and then we'll worry about Bedminster then. And that bit me in the butt. And Aaron, I mean, come on, we'll get there. But
after the first day, I mean, he was in the top 10. He was I think top 5.
He was,
you know, with 5 under, and I was like, fuck, here he goes. Here he goes.
I was playing a Trump National. It was funny. I was playing a Trump National on Friday, with Cheech, and we had it on my phone in the cart. We were watching it, and I had saw Bryson bogey. I was like, yeah. Saw Dustin kind of right in that pack, and I saw Brooks make a birdie, and I'm like, let's go. And Brooks was like, I think he was 2 under at the time, first day, and I'm like, easily going to get 5 or 6 points here, easily, and that's all I need. 5 or 6 points, keep me going, keep me in the lead. And again, for the 5th time, nobody could have expected what happened.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, he was at the top of the list for me too. So here's a quick question for you. Have you done any reading into the Live Golf Fantasy League?
I have not.
They
enlightened me.
So on the Live website, they have built a fantasy golf part of the website that you can go on and you can build a team. And the whole idea behind it is you can do it right on, you make an account on the Live Golf website, and you pick a captain out of all the captains available, and then you pick 3 non-captain starters. Then you pick 1 non-captain substitute in case one of your guys gets hurt, which, you know, does happen. People bow out. And then,
I like this.
And then you pick a team, like a team for an overall score kind of, thing. So I went on and I made a team for Bedminster.
It's free.
So it's free to play. For those of you that are, you know, obviously we're mainly talking to Live Golf fans, go on the website, make a team, go in the comments, let us know what your team name is so we can look you up and see how everybody stacks up. For me, no 3 putts. No.
Very nice.
3 putts. That's Love me. It. That's Jerome. I've got for Bedminster, I picked Dustin Johnson, Taylor Gooch, Charles Howell III, and Mito. And my substitute is Harold Varner III. And I'm picking the 4 aces because I know that the 4 aces are going to try and make a charge, because the Team Torquay has really picked up steam. 4 top place finishes. They are I mean, they're cunt hair away from getting ahead, and 4 aces are really going to need to be dialed in for this next week.
Can you explain that again? You can take whoever you want, or you have a certain amount of cash that you can like buy people?
Nope. You pick, so you can pick 1 captain, and you pick anybody you want.
That's awesome. I'm going to get on there for sure.
And that's cool. You know, we'll get on there. Go ahead and after this, you know, make a go in the comments when Aaron posts the video tomorrow.
Yeah, drop your team name and maybe we can post something.
Team name is, and let's have a little competition here on Gimme That Take. Let's find out who picks the right teams. I mean, we know we have our contest and the, you know, all the things around that. And unfortunately, I wish they had this at the beginning. In fact, before the season even started, I was throwing out comments on Twitter, or X now, I guess, because they changed the fucking name. I was shooting out stuff to like Sleeper app, you know, apps that I use for fantasy football, saying, hey, Live Golf is perfect for this. You have teams, you have structure. Like, why isn't there fantasy for this? I wish it had started sooner. Listen, first one was for Greenbrier. So
do one better. GTT fans, listen to this right now. I'm telling you, this week, okay, by Thursday night at 11:59 p.m., get your team name on the comments of this video. We will track after Bedminster, see which one of our fans is in the lead, who wins it, and we'll send you a box of balls. We'll get your information. We'll send you a box of golf balls. Whoever wins. Idea. All right. Put it down in the comments. Get your team, sign up on Live, and drop your team name. We'll look for you. We'll get all the names. We'll search them at the end, and we'll see who's in the lead.
That's a great idea, Jay. So, speaking of the contest, gentlemen, ladies, those listening out there in the world, let's give you an update on where we stand right now.
Or we don't have to.
Oh, we could absolutely have to. I'd be remiss if we didn't. Mac picked Brooks He finished 3 under. So Max sits at.
I was up 18, by the way, or 19, which is the worst part of this all.
You are now at 68 under. Aaron picked Bryson, of course, who finished 23 under. So Aaron sits at a very nice 70 under now, 2 strokes ahead. And I picked DJ, who, he didn't shit the bed. He was 6 under. I'm at 53. He wasn't 6 over. I'm at 53, so I'm 1 good pick away now. Obviously,
we didn't know that we could do this. A 50-point swing.
Jesus. But I'm still firmly behind both of you, so I'm in trouble. I need to.
No, you're 15 behind me, 17 behind. Look what happened in 1 week.
This is true, but
not a big deal.
You guys could also make good picks coming up too, and we have 4 rounds left. So later on this week, we'll get our picks in, and we're going to try and do a little preview show. And obviously, as we've mentioned before, we are all going to be there at Bedminster. I know Aaron's going to be there all 3 days. I'm going to be there Saturday, Sunday. Jay, when are you going to be there with us?
Saturday, Sunday. I'll be going out super early Saturday and be there all day.
Very cool.
It'll be awesome.
So we are very excited about it. Jay, did you play golf this week? You said you played at Trump National.
I did. I played at Trump National on Friday.
Nice.
Shot a 77. And then we had the final round, which was the rain delay. We finally got back and finished the Dutchess County Amateur on Sunday. I finished with a 76, played really well, 3 birdies, had a good round. So I went 81 first round, 77 the second round, 76 the third round for a total of 234. Out of 81 guys, came in 16th place. So I'm very happy with my performance. Awesome. It's the best I've ever ranked in the Dutchess County Amateur. So yeah, I had a good weekend. How about yourself?
The amateur, where was that played at again?
McCann Golf Course, McCann Memorial in Poughkeepsie, New York. One of the best, boys.
Very cool.
One of the best.
I went out this weekend for the first time ever. I played 27 holes on Sunday.
Really? First time?
I've never played that many holes in a day. I went out to Copake, New York, up in the Columbia County.
You went with Austin?
I went and played Under Mountain Golf Course in Copake. It was a nice little 9-hole course that.
Wait, what happened to Copake Country Club?
Oh, we played there. We played 18.
Oh, I see what you're saying. 18 at Copake, 9 over there. Okay,
so we played 9 at the Under Mountain, and Austin and I both shot our best rounds ever. I shot a 40, and he shot a 37.
Austin, that boy's playing some good golf this year.
It was a lot of par 3s and 4s. There was didn't pull the driver out of the bag once. It was a fun little course though. I had a great time. We played at 7 a.m. tee time, and then we played at Copake.
You guys left home early, huh?
Yes, 5:30. I was up and out of the house.
A little bit of a ride up there.
15-2. But at that time, I got there in like 45 minutes.
Not bad.
Austin was ahead of me 15 minutes, and I caught up to him just outside of Copake.
That's great. Was he riding a bike?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Bicycle? How'd you do at Copake?
Copake, I shot a 103.
Okay.
It was my short game. Austin said we need to work on your short game. Your short game is terrible. That is, it's ruining it for you. But it was a lot of fun. It was an absolutely gorgeous course.
Gorgeous, right?
They just redid the clubhouse and everything like that. It's really nice. Everybody was really awesome.
Did you guys get to eat?
We didn't.
Because their food is phenomenal. Shout out to Copake. Amazing food.
I definitely want to go back and play again.
At a good price. Phenomenal.
I thought it was a really nice course. The thing that killed the day for me was we played 9 and it was a good pace and we had a good time. And then on the back 9, we stopped real quick to grab a couple of birdie fuel, some beers, and go back out, play the first 3 holes. Nobody's in front of us. It's great. And then it was like hitting a brick wall. There was some gentlemen playing in front of us that the last 6 holes, it was like 25 minutes a hole. It was the pace of play was awful, and it really killed the last part of the round for us because there was no momentum.
Nothing worse than slow players.
It was the worst, and I was just like, I mean, let me ask your take on this. Like, I would have thought if I like, I get it, I'm gonna want to be playing golf at that age, but like I would think that after like 2 holes of taking almost an hour for 2 holes, Like you would like, hey guys, why don't you go ahead and play through,
Of course.
and then we would have light speed, beyond them, and everything would, because we would have played a hole in 15 minutes, like less than 10 minutes, and just been gone. You know what I mean? And what was crazy about it is nobody came up behind us. There was nobody else playing up behind us. We would have thought there would have been a line, but it was, kind of crazy. What are your
There's two
thoughts on
parts to
that?
golf. There's rules of golf that you have to abide by, and there is a what's the word I'm looking for?
Etiquette?
There's an etiquette of golf. That's a
Yeah.
good word to use. If you're backed up on if you're not backed up on a par three, but you're slow and you get to a par three and the people come up to you, let them play through. Par threes are the quickest way to get moving, get moving. As long as there's not tons of traffic in front of you, somebody's, especially if it's a twosome. If it's a twosome, let them go by. Let them
I
go
mean, there
by.
were
Come
three
on,
of us,
people. Let's
but we were
keep the
still
pace.
playing. We were still moving very quickly.
That's it. Nobody wants to be behind a guy or a group of people who are, I was gonna make it. I can't say it, but a group of people who are super slow. Nobody wants to be out there waiting on every shot, right?
Yeah.
There's a pace of play for a reason.
Yep.
Keep it moving. You get in the rhythm. You're never gonna birdie if you start waiting on every hole. You're just not gonna do it. Your mind's gonna go somewhere else. You want to focus on every shot. I can't stand slow players, but I'm a Brooks. I'm a Brooks. If there was nobody in front of me, I know I would have my best round. By
Also,
far.
it's funny. Every time we finished up, like he would just walk back to the prior green and just putt,
practice putting.
And I mean, good on him. But yeah, no, it was a good time. But yeah, that does really kill it for me. And as someone who plays a lot of golf by myself, I always appreciate when people let me play through, because I don't wait. I'll play as fast as I can, just to get a good round and stuff like that. I definitely think it messes with me.
I could never enjoy playing by myself. When I went out on my own, I like begged to get up with somebody, to pair with somebody. Some people aren't like that. Some people like to go out, do their own thing, practice shots, or just cruise through it real quick. Me, I like to talk to somebody. I like to play with somebody. I like to, hey, good shot. I like to bounce off of people.
I do enjoy that part of golf, the camaraderie part of golf, but because of the fact that my day off is on a Tuesday and everybody else I know works, and I try to get out and play early in the morning. Like oftentimes I don't really, I don't play at a lot of places where you get paired up with people. They just let people go.
Yeah.
And, it's not necessarily that I prefer to play by myself, but it just ends up being that way a lot. It is what it is.
Well, I still haven't gotten my irons yet. My new irons, which I'm still waiting for, should be here any day. But I like to do that. So like when I get new irons, new club, new putter, and I like to go out and try them, College Hill's the place to go.
Oh yeah.
And I love going by myself in those situations because I can hit 2 balls off the tee. I can hit, 3 balls out of the fairway and really get dialed in with the irons and get distances and all that on a real-time course, not indoors on a whatever, or out on a range on a mat. Live course data. So that's what I like to do. So yeah, in that situation, I would, like, if I'm trying out a new set or something, or driver, would love to go by myself. But other than that,
I do try to do that every once in a while. When I know that I don't have anybody behind me, I will play 2 different colored balls and I just play against myself. Like every shot, like I try, but like, you shank one and you're still trying to beat yourself on every single hole. Just I find enjoyment in that.
Good.
I think that's it. You got anything else to talk about?
Just I reiterate it again. I harp on it. Guys, get to live. Jerome told you how to do it. Go there, sign up, get a team, drop your team name in the comments. We'll put them all together Sunday after Bedminster, and somebody's getting a box of balls. Absolutely. So definitely sign up, get on there,
give you a shout out on the next show. Absolutely. That is, again, such a great idea. And just to plug the socials again, obviously, if you're listening to us on podcast, please check us out on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit the bell in the corner. Let us know what you're thinking in the comment section. If you're listening to us on podcast, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate the hell out of you. Follow us on Instagram so you know who our picks are for this week. We'll also get Aaron to sign up for the Live Fantasy. We'll put all 3 of our team names on that so you can follow us as well. And thank you so much again for listening. And
one last thing before we go,
Go ahead.
Mac_GTT on Instagram. I haven't been posting much, been crazy busy, but some cool stuff to come. We got some cool golf content coming. So Mac_GTT Instagram.
All right, guys. Thank you so much again, and have a great night.